This is the real star of the show. Every time I film, he has to tell me that he's not happy and that he wants me to film him instead. I really like the idea of kits because sometimes you want to be creative, but you don't want to start from the blank page. So a kit can be really nice because everything is already prepared for you. All you have to do is follow along. And I want to share with you this embroidery kit that I have from a friend. Her name is Penny Daldell. You can find her on Instagram and go to her shop and get some of her kits. So this is really cute. She has everything set up for you in this box here with all the colors. The booklet tells you, what is included. And this, of course, is the best part because it lays out all the colors and exactly which section to use which color. I would say like 60% through, still not finished. So I just do this whenever I have a little bit of downtime and I want to relax. So here's my hard drive. I have photos all the way from 2010 to 2020. What I'm gonna do is look through my photos and search for photos that are taken around the places that I want to highlight. Alright, so this is the original sketch of the North Coast Road, but as you can see, I'm working on this size paper, and that is a lot of detail to put in such a small piece of paper. So what I've had to do is I've had to sort of rethink how I'm gonna paint these and what I want to feature. So of course I'll probably use this for something else in the future, but what I realize is it's just too much detail for such a small piece of paper. So what I've done is I've taken the main feature, which is this, and put it onto the watercolor paper. Here's another one. These are the cherry blossoms, which is just in a tree by my house. So I feel really blessed living where I am now, so close to nature. Yeah, so this is the update of what's going on so far. Stay tuned for the next video where we'll be painting. In today's video, we're going to go over how to choose the colors and some of the painting process. You want to choose the colors that everyone would have in a pretty basic set. So I'm going to type out 12 colors watercolor. So first we're going to do a bit of research here. What's the common colors that would come in a set? This is a kid set. It just says white, pink, red, ochre, lime green, green, black, brown, orange. Okay, now we're on Winsor and Newton. Let's go for Essential 14 piece. The colors are lemon yellow, cerulean blue, hooker's green, burnt sienna, lamp black. I have ochre, so I have a yellow ochre. Grab that one. Here says burnt sienna, but burnt sienna is like quite red, so I'm gonna go for burnt umber. Then it says cerulean blue, lemon yellow. So let's go to another website now. All right, I'm on to Holbein because that is what I have. So in the 12 set, it gives 66. So that's permanent, this light green. It gives viridian hue, which I do have here. And then it also gives, what's this red? Crimson Lake and vermilion hue. All right, that's vermilion hue is like a little bit of orange. It gives permanent yellow light, but I don't have that. I only have lemon yellow, so let's just keep lemon yellow. And then it gives a Prussian blue, black and white. Here is an update. I've finished the cherry blossoms and I've finished the cliff. It's been a month since I've painted. I've just been really busy with my day job. But this week I saw in my schedule that I would have a block of time free, so I decided to use that time to paint. The bird that I'm painting here is called a white-whiskered laughing thrush. It's a species that occurs at high elevations of about 1,400 to 3,300 meters above sea level. The reference photo that I'm painting off of is actually my own photo of when I took a trip up to Hehuan Mountain. thought I'd take you through some of the design process for the watercolor booklet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make 2 templates. One is going to be for postcards and one is going to be for the actual booklet. That's because I had the idea to put them out as postcards first, kind of like a semi-customizable postcard that you can send to your friends. And then also, once all of the designs are done, then it would become a whole booklet where you would have all the designs together. Here we have Canva. What I'm first going to do is I'm just going to search for postcard template. And I am not on the paid version, so there's a little icon here that says only for Canva Pro. You know, the design for the postcard is very simple because it's really just going to have the image and then a little bit of information about it, kind of like this one. It's quite interesting, and it's the free version of it. So let's use this one as our template. So first thing is delete the background. Let's put the text down here. Take away this and this. Kind of, oh, 1 second. Take away this. I kind of like these 2 types of text, but they might not really suit the designs. So we'll have to go in and see. And then you can see the pink border. That would also be the bleed line. So you want to make sure that everything is within that line. Great, so now I have this. I'm going to rename it as just so that I know where it is. Then I'm also going to upload. I'll just be using 2. One is going to be portrait and one is going to be landscape. So I'm going to start with the portrait one and just drop it in. Looks pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the title, Elements of Taiwan, and then I'm going to make it as a lion guardian. Move this out of the way for a bit and move this here. Also be in the center. So I feel like, no, take this one away. This one, usually change it to my pretty standard Open Sans. I often use Open Sans. Change it to a little bit smaller and put it on the side. There we go. So I want to make sure it's within that bleed line. And then this one, at the end of the day, I don't find it to be that interesting, but I do like the idea of the kind of cursive style text. And let's see what other styles we can use. Maybe this. So actually I'm gonna call it the Temple Guardian because that's what it is. However, I'm not gonna put it up there. That's way too yeah, it just doesn't fit up there. So maybe I'll move it. I'm gonna move it down here. Okay, but now the lion's too small, so you can make it a bit bigger, just as long as it stays within that bleed line. Yeah, put it all the way to the top there. And then, yeah, I think it looks quite nicely like this. I feel like this is too big. So I'm gonna make it smaller. This one needs to be all the way to the left. Let's search for a booklet style template. So once again, it's also going to be very simple, but the difference for the booklet is that I do want it to have a little bit of a design and some introduction to what you're going to be doing in the book. So I don't always use the designs exactly as they are. A lot of times I will delete things and move things around, but what it really does is like it gives me an idea of what it would kind of already look like and what I would like to change. What I've done is I've kind of designed just the main pages, which are the actual painting, and then the page next to it that would have the swatches and the instructions. I also have kind of designed the how to use this workbook page, which will just be one page. Then we have the cover and the back cover. I kept the original template there because I liked how the, hand-drawn elements were kind of framing the sides of the booklet. So I want to keep that there to remind me how I would lay them out. But right now I'm still working on painting the actual elements, and once I finish painting them, then I'm going to scan them in and I'll be able to actually add them to the booklet design. We're going to do a little bit of an experiment here. I've bought this Kuretake pen, which is pretty much an empty pen, and you stick this part into the ink. The reason I got this pen is because I've used several Kuretake nibs and I quite like this one. I will be using Winsor Newton Black India ink. So what I like about this nib is that it's pretty sturdy, so you can get a pretty even line. However, if you do push down a little bit, you can get a heavier weight. And then if you draw lightly, you can get a thinner weight. So there will be some variation when you are drawing, but it won't be super obvious. Hi everyone, there's been a few new subscribers. I want to say thank you so much and take the time to introduce myself. My name is Jenna Lowe. I'm a nature artist and teacher. I use watercolor and pencil and make art videos. In this vlog series, I've been taking you through creating a watercolor booklet, which is a product that I've thought of for a very long time. It started with the idea and the sketching up to painting, designing the layout for the booklet. And in my previous video, I mentioned that I'll be putting them out as postcards first, creating a Patreon page where you can join my Snail Mail Club. The Patreon page is now open. If you would like to get snail mail from me, hop over to my Patreon page and subscribe as a snail mail member. I'll be posting out the first edition of snail mail on the 25th of this month.
You might think,
Every artist occasionally needs to kickstart their creative practice again. This time I'm doing it with the 300 drawing prompts. I originally bought this back in 2019, so there are a lot of sketches in here from different times, and this time I'm using this calligraphy pen. Once again, it's this brand. It's a Japanese calligraphy pen brand. I quite like this one. Yesterday, I did these 2 drawings. Today, I did these 2. And so this is going to be about 5 years of different drawings, 5 years of progression. I don't know how long it's going to take for me to finish this sketchbook, but 300 drawing prompts, it's like a textbook. It's going to take a while.